Hey everybody, welcome to the Red Clay Roost channel. I'm gonna just kind of freely talk as the video goes on of my very first Harescramble event. If you've come here to watch somebody who's just absolutely lighting it up and doing 3, 4, 5 laps around the track and doing crazy jumps, passing a bunch of people, you're at the wrong channel. That's not what we're doing. We're taking it as best we can, being conservative, just trying to get our feet wet here, and you can probably tell by my start right here as well, by letting a good bit of the field go in front of me initially. But we are on our way. We're at Lost Valley, a really cool track out in Connolly Springs, North Carolina. This place has quite a bit of wood sections, which you'll see in the video here, as well as a motocross track that makes up the, I don't know, maybe the final half mile to 3/4 of a mile of the 8-mile loop. The weather today was outstanding. 70 degrees in early March is just wild to see. And course conditions were excellent. The whole state has been having a bunch of rain lately, and it seemed like Lost Valley didn't see any of it for the last 2 weeks. So super grateful for that. But yeah, we're in the thick of it now, guys. Again, very first Harescramble I've been a part of. I didn't start riding dirt bikes until about 2 years ago. Started with a KLX 300 dual sport. Quickly learned that tractor, that beautiful tractor that it was just a bit too heavy for me, and made the change over to a Sherco 300 4-stroke. Absolutely love this bike. And, yeah, so we're in it now. You'll find here that a lot of this single track is actually pretty tight. I was taken by surprise at how close quarters some of the portions of this track were, like this bit right here. A really fun challenge to navigate through. And like I said, you'll see I'll be getting passed somewhat regularly throughout the video, which is fine. I went into this race just hoping to go more than 1 lap, ideally getting 2 to 3 laps, and finishing the race unscathed. And just a little teaser of the outcome, I did end up getting 12th place in my class. I'm riding in the 30 plus C class that started at 3 p.m. and I think that is completely appropriate for my skill level, and frankly my endurance could use a lot of improvement, and that's what we'll be working on in between these races going forward. Starting to feel the burn already. Yeah, I was worried I was going to have a tough time hearing people behind me that were going at a much faster pace, but surprisingly I was able to hear them in most cases. If I couldn't hear them yelling to kindly get out of the way, it's very easy to hear a rev limiter, with a matter of feet behind you. A lot of these bikes are pretty doggone loud. Yeah, that was a close pass right there. I remember getting just a little bit of a nudge from that guy's right side handlebar, throttle tube side. So I don't remember exactly when it was. It didn't take long for me to really start feeling the arm pump and the adrenaline the adrenaline starts to wear off a little bit after the start, and it just becomes, at that point, at least in my mind, a normal ride. That's how I tried to view this. And yeah, my arms already starting to feel heavy. Hands are getting a little bit tired, and we're only 5 minutes into the race. So it's a quick wake-up call, trying not to go into the pain cave too soon here. There really is a lot to be said in this sport about conditioning your body and having good form, using your legs more than your arms, which I certainly did not do a great job of out there today. But that's alright. Got something to work on. Yep. See ya. So for those who don't know, in North Carolina, to my knowledge, there's a single Harescramble association. It's called the North Carolina Harescramble Association. And I think they run about 13 or 14 races. Oh, here's my buddy AJ. Just checking on him. Yeah, he had a unfortunate collision with another rider that put him on his back. Poor guy's water bladder just busted underneath his back, and he ran almost the whole race without water. But I'll have to point you to his channel. You can see it for yourself. But yeah, so there's about 13 or 14 races across the western part of the state. We run a couple of these tracks, or I think we run each of the tracks a few times in a row. Lost Valley being one of them. And I think it seems like they do a nice job of splitting everybody up into their respective skill levels, or what it is they're trying to do out there. And, so we're basically in the novice class towards the bottom, and just trying to see what this whole Harescramble thing is about. These things will go from Connolly Springs to Taylorsville. I think there's one in Morganton. Quite a few options out there, and all in the western part of the state. As you can see, it's a lot of red clay in North Carolina, which isn't terrible to ride on when it's dry. But man, when it's wet, it really does feel like, at least at my skill level, it feels like you're riding on ice. A little stall there, nothing to worry about. A lot of the places that me and my buddies like to go ride are Uwharrie National Park, Brown Mountain National Park. We'll go to Brushy Mountain as well. Really not doing a whole lot of kind of close quarter single track riding in those places. And so it became very obvious to me just how important that bit of training is in preparing for this. So I think we're definitely going to try to do more of that going forward on the recreational rides. It takes a lot of energy to weave around these trees, and really, the moment you take your eye off of the line and start looking at the trees, that's when you're going to get up close and personal with a tree, and you'll see me do it at least 2 or 3 times in the span of the first lap here. Yeah, close call right there. apologies for the water hose that comes into view periodically. I think it blocks the view for about a minute or so at some point. I need to figure out a way to rig that up to my helmet, keep it closer to my mouth. I think I went through close to 2 liters of water throughout the race. This is a fun flowy section here. I love the like the crisscrossing paths. Yeah, I can tell I'm starting to get a little bit sloppy. Let the Yamaha go by and refocus here. Hill climbs are absolutely my favorite part of this whole sport. There's just nothing like standing up on the bike, throw it into 3rd gear, slam the throttle, and feather the clutch for power delivery when needed. Just a lot of fun. And as usual, these GoPro videos don't always do the elevation gain and loss very good justice. These are pretty steep hills around these parts, and you'll see in a little bit. There are 2 hill climbs in particular. One where we get backed up a little bit in some traffic. I think there's some chaos, just trying to understand who's going next. And then another hill climb where there's quite a few spectators who are hooting and hollering. That's a pretty good one too. Lost the end there. I found too throughout the course pretty sizable ruts around some of the turns. Hadn't really come across many ruts like that in our casual rides, so that was absolutely something that was difficult to overcome. Felt like my just being tired and my form did not really permit me to get through those things well. Funny watching this video back in my mind. I'm thinking, why am I going so slow here? These guys are hauling butt, and then I quickly remember just how dog tired you get. Starting to get a little bit of acceleration going on this stretch. Sitting down a lot. I should be standing for most of this. And, taking the easy way out. Yeah, so this was goofy. Completely missed that turn, and you'd think this dangling, very visible bit of caution tape would be an indicator to not go straight, and I treated it as if it was a finish line and tried to go right through it. So lost some time there, lost some momentum, unfortunately. Yeah, a little downhill here. Almost felt like I was about to go over the handlebar on that. And now we're just recovering. I think we're coming up on the sand whoops here in a moment. Yeah, these aren't it. I mean, I think it's maybe a little bit of sand, but still dirt. Go around this left turn and get into the whoops. Again, theme of the video. First time doing anything like this before, and ended up going in just a slightly higher gear and just trying to time the whoops. You know, on the way down, hit the gas. I'm no Eli Tomac trying to ride on my rear wheel for the next 200 yards. We're just trying to get up and over, and not be on our butt too much. But certainly a new challenge. Yeah, that guy's flying. That was sick. I want to be him when I grow up. My man over there on the left, I don't know if he was just taking a break or previous heat, but I passed a few people. They may have been taking a break or had a major malfunction, but we passed a couple. Let's charge it. We got a little congested here in this very tight single track. Kawasaki in front of me got stuck on something, and then my front tire got stuck on that little sapling. There was like a white bike up ahead. It also got a little twisted. Truthfully, I'm relieved anytime we come up against something like that. A little bit of a break that wasn't my own doing. Excuse my French. Yep, come on. Come on. A bit of carnage there.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, that single track and weaving through things and trying to keep the bike upright took a surprisingly large amount of energy for me. Yeah, I think this is where I get my leg caught on a tree. Hard to tell. This is like on the side of a hill, so you're right there. I'm like trying to slide down. Yeah, here we go. So I got and this happened twice. On the second lap, I did the same exact thing. Got my leg stuck behind a little stump. Had to like kick my leg over. Still on the side of the hill, and then yeah, we started to go back up it. Again, I got a thing for yellow tape and going through it. I'm not sure why. Let a few folks pass. Take a sip of some water. About now, looking at my watch and wondering, wow, we're only 20 minutes into this thing. And I'm about ready for a snack. Here we go, back on the saddle. Should be coming up to a hill climb somewhat soon, I believe. 4.5 miles in, just past the halfway mark. I really enjoyed these portions of the track where it was more dirt than clay, and there's some portions coming up that are heavy on like pine trees. Kind of seemed like it felt like we were riding in the northwest in some portions, which was neat. Here's pretty cool. I should be standing for all of this, but my legs are gassed already. This type of terrain is pretty mild, in my opinion, when rested. So like that guy standing up and just cruising over the little whoops. That's the way to go about it. But we adopted the slow and steady wins the race, so to speak, mindset today. Yeah, so just got a little hung up on the right side there, looking at a sapling. I think a guy goes by and makes a comment about it being the wrong line. Kind of funny. Yeah. And for those who don't know, I mean, you're pretty tired riding, and when you drop that bike, you've got to pick it back up when you're tired. The thing feels 5 times heavier than it should. Like it's a small battle inside of a larger war, so to speak, to pick that thing up and keep going. Yeah, apologies for the water tube. It's going to be in view for just a little bit. I think I go to drink from it again and then I put it back. Starting to see some spectators here. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Just tired. That's why we got handguards on these bikes. Just sucking wind next to these people sitting down enjoying their afternoon. So we're coming up on a downhill section here that is at the base of a hill climb, and my first time going through this in this first lap, this was intimidating, straight up. Downhill sections like this make me nervous. I don't know what it is, the feeling of just one mistake, you're going to fly over the handlebar. Working on getting over that, got to stand up, lean back, use a little bit of braking as needed. But we make it down okay. And what we're going to do here is underestimate our abilities, see that it's a hill climb, there's some spectators there, and the NCHSA guy, the starter at the beginning of the race, emphasized that there are certain lines of these hill climbs that are very difficult compared to others. And so what I'm doing here is just overanalyzing, thinking that I have put myself in a position to take the toughest line. And I absolutely did not want to do that. So we're going to back it up a little bit, try to give ourselves a little more runway, bop it into third gear, and give it a shot. Couple of ego revs. Come on, big dog. A little slippery start, but we get some momentum here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're loving it. We're loving it. Riding a high at the moment. Yeah, this portion of the track was definitely my favorite, I believe, after that hill climb. It was the hill climb, and then the next mile or two afterwards was cool. Nice and flowy.
Got it. Yep. Doing good.
Self-talk. Nice rut there.
Am I done yet?
Start chirping at the fans a little bit.
Am I almost there?
I took the easier line on this first pass. In the second pass, I just charged straight up that hill. Oh, yeah. Gotta love it. Yeah, in the second pass, I just charged straight ahead, and honestly, wasn't a big deal whatsoever. Like, I just wasted a lot of time here, going around, stalling, of course. There's really no need for that.
Sloppy.
Yeah, we're
Holy crap,
gassed.
my arm is tired.
We are gassed right now. 6 miles in, going down a good downhill section right here. Just pulling the clutch in a little bit, let the bike coast. I really did enjoy this track. The diversity of terrain was super cool. There we go. Alright, so we're coming up to this hill climb, and I'm seeing a lot of bodies. A lot of people lined up. Not really sure what's going on.
Oh, my bad.
And again, I'm thinking about the marshal at the beginning talking about challenging hills and just choosing your line carefully.
Is this the...
We're trying to do a little bit of air traffic control at the moment.
Is this the one?
Yeah, I'm over. I'm trying to make.
Or is this it?
I'm trying to make sure this wasn't the only route, or if there was another option or what. But it was clearly the only way up was right there. And I think this is when AJ catches up to me. He's right behind me at this point. I don't think you're going to see him on camera, but he rolls up after his collision. Oh, he's got the same pack I do. Just noticed that. Getting next in the queue. And again, we're going third gear.
Alright, I'm going.
Just gonna hammer it. Oh yeah. Boys are loving it. We're riding high. We're back on top.
We ain't got up.
Yep. Yep.
I'm down.
As it usually goes, riding the high until I make a little mistake and I come back down to earth very quickly. So, that was fun. This is also a fun section. Should be crossing a little road here soon and going into some pretty challenging route. Single track. Yeah, right here. Just immediately hitting roots. Should have been standing for that. Being on your butt, you're getting kicked around a lot, and just feeling reckless.
That took it out of me, boy. I am so tired. Holy moly, I'm tired. Snap, crackle, pop, baby.
Yeah, this is a little squirrely.
Oh, fuck. Slow down, big guy. Slow down. Slow down. And bank it, bank it. Let's go.
That was one of those small wins for me. That's where my buddy made that wrong turn. He went straight instead of making a hard right there, unfortunately. Alright, 7 miles in, coming up on the last mile of the first lap. up on a route. Push, push, push.
Oh, some fresh air. Holy cow. Oh, I can barely squeeze the clutch. Oh man, I'm beat. Pointer finger don't work anymore.
Yeah, I'm having to navigate my arms being like the tendons in my hands and my arms being so fatigued at this point that I was late to engaging my clutch lever with my pointer finger. It was about right here I had a panic moment because I couldn't get to it, and so I ended up starting to use my middle finger for portions, and just something I hadn't experienced before. The joys of getting into this for the first time. There we go. Starting to see some people again. We must be getting close to the end. Little endo action.
Don't want to endo.
What's up, cousin?
What up?
Get back into that open air. Spectators are loving it. Cruising by. I remember feeling some of the wind out in the open air and it being a bit of a relief. Even though it's only... Oh, watch out there. Even though it's only 70 degrees and way less humidity than it usually is in the summertime. Got pretty hot, and the open air wind was nice. Push, push, push. There we go. So we're coming up on the end here. I'm only gonna talk over the first lap. My camera ends up dying somewhere in the middle, I think, of the second lap. And I only completed 2 laps. Again, I got 12th in my class. I'll just talk through the end of the motocross portion, which is up next. So I'm over here. I'm going through the scanning station to conclude my first lap. Good to go. We're off. Rev pop for the crowd there, and we're moving. And as I'm sure you can guess, this is my first time on a motocross track. So not only are we beat and dog tired already, now we need to go into a very different style of riding where you either got to keep your wheels on the ground and adjust your throttle settings as you go, or you try to get a little bit of air and go over some of these tabletops, which I think I do just a little bit on this one and the other tabletop. Get a little bit off the ground there. But these whoops, yeah, little bit of endo action. Looking like a stud in front of everybody. hard left, give it some gas, as if we're going to jump this. And why not go for another endo? Yes, sir. I have to admit, this part was pretty fun. Having never done something like this before, the MX experience was cool, even though it was pretty brief. A couple of portions of this you can really lay on it and feel like you're going quick, like right here, going down the hill, charge the hill. Endo number 3, that might have been the worst one. So much so, I mistakenly chose, I could have gone to the right there for just an easy jaunt, and chose to go over those berms again. But hey, guys, appreciate everybody watching here. If you've tagged along till the end, again, thank you. I'm going to try to post each one of these races, just mainly for my kids and friends who just want to see what sort of goofy hobby I've gotten myself into here, and show some of the camaraderie of these events. This really was a good time. I was very impressed and surprised by the scale of this event. There was a lot of people, and I felt like the organization was really great. You could absolutely just make a fun-filled day of this, going out to watch people do something that's tough and that's fun at the same time. So, yeah, look out for more. Next week, or next 2 weeks from now, we got Brushy Mountain, middle of March, out in Taylorsville, North Carolina. I'm very familiar with that place, but I have no doubt that the Harescramble track will be quite a bit different and more challenging than what I'm used to out there. So, looking forward to it. We'll take you guys along on another ride. More to come. There, gentlemen. Oh, oh, come on. Doing okay.
Oh my gosh. I gotta stop dropping this damn bike. It's no fun picking it up. on, bud. Come on. You gotta get up there. Yeah, I know. I know. Again, sit. Oh, shit.
See if I can try to help you.
I got it. I appreciate it. Oh, shit. Thank you, bud.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah. Y'all waiting in line?